What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back here again with another video, and this is basically a community question, if you will. Now, this question is basically it's been on my mind for a couple of days now, to be honest. And basically, the question is basically a few months ago, there was a question going around the community, basically saying, "Are you a gamer or are you a collector?" From what I saw, people obviously did respond. I think I respond to it. Quite good answers on both sides. The thing that's been playing on my mind is what's your definition of a gamer, and what's your definition of a collector? Because I think until in your head you can sort of define each parameter, then how can you define which one you are? So basically, the question is, I am putting out to the community whether you respond by a comment section or responds by your own video or whatever. I would love to hear your opinion on this matter. Basically, I'm the sort of put my opinion on both what a gamer is and what a collector is. I'm going to start with what I personally think a collector is. Like for me personally, because in theory, compared to most collectors, like compared to the big collectors like the Last Gamers, the Metal Chasers, the Rental Reggies, the Game Chasers, and even in the UK, the F6 Retro Gamers, the fucking Retro Chefs, the Sega Zombies, compared to these people, I am fucking new to collecting. But when if you're new to collecting, you might think, well, because you've seen these guys' collections, you think, well, you must have a big collection to be classed as a collector. I think visually, you might think that. But it's not until you dig deeper and you sort of, with some of these collectors, you talk to some of these collectors. You see what's in their game room. You see how they collect. But then you sort of think, well, their collection compared to who they are. I personally think their collection, or what a collector is basically what you see on their shelves is an extension of themselves, of who they are as an individual. Because my collection is fuck all compared to everyone else. But it's, for me, an extension of who I am. Because you might look at the PS4 side of it. People might have a PS4 collection. But me personally, I sort of heavily go towards the VR section of side of the PS4 collection. Where most people might go for the RPG, the puzzle games, the adventure games, or just try and go for the full set. So really, it's, for me, a collection is an extension of your personality. Because obviously I've not been in, the only sort of game room I've been in a sense, is mine. But I would like to think that if someone came into my room and sort of looked at my games, I think, even if they don't know it's my collection, I think, oh, that's sort of, I can imagine those Bill's collections like, or I can sort of see a bit of that personality in that collection. So for me, it's the definition. For me, that's what a collector is. It's basically, no, it's how you hunt to know. It's an extension of who you are. Because there's people out there who I've seen who sort of buy Facebook Marketplace stuff, trade them into fucking CX or sell them on eBay, and go towards either buying off eBay or using a CX voucher to buy off CEX, obviously. Me, I don't do that. It's not because I'm sort of dissing people who do that. Far from it. Me personally, it's because the way I collect and the games I collect, I normally have a budget. I normally stick to that budget, and normally I normally know what shops I'm going to, and normally when I sort of look at a game, to me, if it looks interesting, I'll pick it up. Not everyone's like that, but not everyone's like me. So for me, that's my definition of a collector. Maybe different to your definition. You might have similar sort of points. Again, I would like to hear your definition. Now, with a gamer, this has probably played on my mind a lot longer than the sort of collector side. But I thought I'll do both because of, like I referenced the previous questions. No. So, I know a lot of people, not a lot of people, enough people to sort of this plan on mind a bit, who only stick to the FIFA games, who only stick to the Call of Duty games, who only stick to mobile gaming or handheld gaming, or buy a new game 6 to 8 months after its release. Me personally, I think that, like, to you, if they do that, are they still a gamer? Do you have to sort of play every new game released? Do you have to sort of 100% everything? Do you have to sort of get all the trophies, get all the achievements, do all the hard games that they've won, quicker than everyone else? Does that, to you, define you as a gamer? To you, that probably does. For me, it's the appreciation of the art form. Because it is an art form. I know like people who sort of have museums and shit like that may not define it as an art form, but obviously that's gamers or collectors may think different. It's like as people who follow my channel know, I recently went to EGX. Now, there were games there, new games, or games coming out, that I enjoy playing. Not the Back 4 Bloods, the Alien Fireteam Traps, these sort of, strangely, the fucking Lawnmower Simulator. Don't know why, found it strangely fun. But it's these sort of new games I enjoy, I appreciate it. So, for you, does you playing the new games day one, getting all the trophies, the achievements, or both, if you do both, getting all basically 100% in game sort of thing, does that to you define you as a gamer? It put again, to you, in your answer to these questions, it probably does. For me, it is appreciating the art form, enjoying the games that I enjoy, finding when I go to these events, again for me, primarily EGX, it's finding the games that I would normally never find prior. Like when I went to EGX, I was down called Gravity Commander. It's basically developed by a couple of university students. Now, straight away, most people might hear that and think, oh, it's not AAA, I don't want to fucking play it. But you know what? If you love your Doom games, like especially your old school Doom, you'll appreciate it. If you love it's got the old school Doom map layout of this Tron / 80s colour theme, and you flip the map. For me, I even said this to the guy showing off. For me, that's a perfect fucking streaming game. That's not now. Firstly, that's not a big AAA game, and someone who doesn't often stream games, for one of the first things I thought of, perfect streaming game. Now, there's no game there. Dark Fractured. It was on, when it comes out, I think it comes to console, but I'll play it on PC. Now, I don't do PC gaming. I want to try PC gaming, but as it says right now, don't do PC gaming. The fact that I sat down a couple of times to play the game on a PC clearly showed how much I appreciated the game. I appreciated the effort the guy put into making the game, and wanted to play it. So for me, my definition of a gamer is appreciating the effort the development team or the guy who sometimes it is one or two people who do make games put into making these games. If you solely do indie titles, fantastic. RPGs, adventure games, puzzle games, AAA shooters, whatever. I think for me, if you appreciate the game or the art form, like I said, then for me, you are a gamer in my definition. So these are my definitions of both a collector and a gamer. I would love, because this is a community question, and people that watch this are the community. I would love to hear your guys' opinions. You don't have to sort of do both. You can sort of just do one or the other. Obviously, ideally, I'd love to hear your opinion on both. I'd love to sort of either read, if you just want to comment your answers, fantastic. If you want to do a video, fantastic. Please leave a comment saying that you've made one. I would love to sort of watch and sort of listen to your feedback upon these questions. Now, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for sitting there through this fucking video, over 10 minutes long, listening to my bollocks. Please like the video. Please subscribe to this channel, because I don't fucking ask enough. And I'll see you guys very soon. Ciao for now.